So these are my mirrors. They're securely mounted, not damaged. There are no illegal stickers or obstructions, and they're adjusted for me, the driver. This is my windshield. It's securely mounted, not damaged. There are no illegal stickers other than this safety inspection sticker and SOS triangle, which are both current. There are no obstructions and no damage. These are my windshield wipers. Pressed firmly against the glass. They're working properly. Securely mounted, not damaged. These are my windshield washers. Securely mounted, not damaged. Fluids at the proper level. My window seal is securely mounted, not damaged, not leaking. My defroster. Now, COVID stuff, he doesn't want you actually to turn on the fan. He doesn't have his vaccine, and he's still worried about all this COVID stuff. So that's why you still have the barrier safety measures in place. All right, so you turn the fan on high, put the selector into the defrost position, put your hand up here by the window, and you would feel the air blowing, and you say, okay, it's working properly. And then to check the floor heater, you would put the selector in the floor heat position, with the fan on high, and put your hand down here by the floor and say, okay, it's working properly. Now, he doesn't actually want you to do that test to turn the fan on. He just wants you to explain how you would do it. This is how I'm going to check it. Tell him how you're going to check it. All right. So then we can go to the dashboard here. Okay, so I look at the dashboard, and I can start with my gauges. My oil pressure gauge is securely mounted. It's not damaged. It's in the proper operating range of 20 to 45 psi. My water pressure gauge is securely mounted and not damaged. It's in the proper operating range of 170 to 210 degrees Fahrenheit. My voltage gauge is securely mounted, not damaged. It's in the proper operating range of 12 to 14 volts. And my primary and secondary air gauges are securely mounted, not damaged, in the proper operating range of 100 to 125 psi. My clearance lights are securely mounted, not damaged, and working properly. My low beam headlights are securely mounted, not damaged, and working properly. And my high beam headlights are securely mounted, not damaged, and working properly. My left turn signal is securely mounted, not damaged, and is working properly. My right turn signal is securely mounted, not damaged, and working properly. When I started the vehicle, my ABS light turned on and it turned off. If it didn't, I would need to get it serviced. And my four-way flashers are securely mounted, not damaged, and working properly. My city horn is securely mounted, not damaged, and working properly. My air horn is securely mounted, not damaged, and working properly. In this truck, this vehicle, I have 3 safety items. I have 1 spare fuse for each size and type that this vehicle uses, unless it is equipped with a circuit breaker or relay. I have 3 red reflective self-standing triangles that are securely mounted, not damaged. And I have 1 10BC or ABC fire extinguisher within easy reach of the driver or in a marked compartment outside of the vehicle. It should have a safety pin in place. It should have a current inspection tag or sticker, and it should be fully charged. Alright, so now I'm going to start my brake testing, and I'll start by checking my parking brake. So I will put the vehicle into a low gear, release my trailer brakes, lift up on the clutch. I should feel a light tug, letting me know that the brakes are holding and they're working properly. Okay, so there's a light tug, they're working properly. Go back to the start position, and now I will check my trailer brakes. So I will put the vehicle back into a low gear, release my parking brake, and I'll lift up on the clutch, and I should feel a light tug as well, letting me know that the brakes are working properly. And there's the light tug, it's working properly. I'll check my combination service brake. So I'll put the vehicle into a low gear, step on the brake so I don't roll backwards. I'm going to release my parking brake and my trailer brake. Now, with both hands on the wheel, I'm going to drive forward slowly. I'll push in the clutch and step on the brake, kind of let go of the wheel, make sure that the vehicle stops straight, and that they stop and they stop straight. They don't pull to the left or to the right. If they don't stop straight, or it doesn't stop, it could be a problem with the steering system, it could be a problem with the suspension system, there could be a problem with the brake being out of adjustment, or there could be a problem with low tire pressure. before I pull forward, I'll wait for them to get out of the yard. I don't want to drive in front of them, so a second. Around, and there they go. Okay. Alright, so now I'll start my service brake test. Alright, drive forward a little, and clutch, hands, brake. Okay, check the mirrors, both vehicles stopped straight, and it's working properly. Now here I will back it up a little bit. You don't have to do this on the test. I just don't want to be in the way when they come back. I'm sure they got room to get in and out of the yard. Back it up about 2 to 3 feet or so. How to do it. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to do an applied leak test, check for leaks. So I'll secure the vehicle. And I'll release my brakes. I'm going to step on the service brake and hold it. And now at this point I'm watching the gauges. I'm listening for leaks. I should not lose any more than 4 psi per minute in a combination vehicle. That's about a minute and it's working properly. Alright, so now I'm going to do my first fan down. This is a check of the emergency light and buzzer system. I should see a red warning light and buzzer turn on before the pressure drops below 60 psi. I'll need to turn the key on for this test. In the other truck, it's an electronic air gauge, so you need the key on for the applied test. Just leave it on for all of the tests. Okay, so I'll start my first fan down now. You should see the red warning light and buzzer before it drops below 60. Okay, so there's the red warning light and buzzer. It's working properly. I'll turn the key off because I don't need it on for the second fan down. So I'm going to start my second fan down, and this red trailer emergency valve, protection valve, should pop out between 20 and 45 psi. This parking brake valve should pop out between 20 and 40 psi, and the red one pops first to help prevent the jackknife. My second fan down. Okay, they both popped out, and it's working properly. So now I'm going to put the vehicle back into a safe start position there, and that concludes my in-cab inspection.